I believe we are live. Feel free to give the introduction.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a fantastic Saturday evening event. We are live bringing you the second season of Outlaw Racing from over on the PlayStation 4 side. I'm JRM Dohar, joined by my tactfully, technologically inclined partner here, Mr. Rowdy Matt. We're doing a little bit of PlayStation invasion, Matt. It's kind of cool to be over here. We're talking Outlaw Racing League, one of the fiercest league events you'll ever see. We're starting them off with the Clash at Daytona, Matt. It's going to be no short of action and excitement. I'm thrilled to be calling this race with you, buddy.
And I'm also thrilled to be calling the race with you. You call me very technically inclined, but right now I don't know if my audio's working. So if you could quickly give me a sound check on that. Yeah, we're broadcasting the Outlaw Racing Nation Racing for PlayStation 4. You got a bunch of the NASCAR Heat Pro League drivers in here for a 40 lap dash for the Daytona Clash. So this should be a really, really fun event.
Absolutely, and we got a starting event. We'll get it for you once they go off to their pace laps. Wait till they start there. I want to check this out on YouTube. It's okay. We don't need it. Just listening for sound now. Hope you. Matt, can you give me a quick little introduction just so I can check your audio back?
All right. Hopefully we're about to go green here in a few seconds. I believe they're just wrapping up practice now. I'm not great with the PlayStation menu, but I believe they're just wrapping up practice now, and we should be going green here anytime in the next couple minutes.
All right. Thank you for that intro, Matt. I would turn your volume up to 65 and turn mine down to 65 because I sound way loud on yours, and you sound like a little ant. But
right.
other than that, I hear it back
sound?
perfectly.
Perfect. All right.
Audio is great.
Dive back into the PlayStation communications and continue the stream.
By all means. All right. So, I'm really excited to be here, guys. This is my first time digging over to the PlayStation side. I've had a whale of a day. My PlayStation couldn't get working, so the fun things that I have with y'all right now, pretty incredible. Give him a shout out in chat, please, for assisting me along the way. He is basically screen sharing with me, so I see everything as he sees it, so we could call this race together. So that way I'm not calling it behind, because I don't want there to be any delayed action for all the action we're going to have. Daytona, 40 laps, custom setup racing. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Tickled to death that Smoke Fan asked us to come aboard. Glad we could do a Pro League project together with him. But we also got a lot of Pro League guys in this race here tonight. Let's give a little bit of recognition and congratulations to them. Of course, for getting drafted this past Wednesday. We've got Jason A. He's going to be in the number 32 car for Go Fast Racing. Beast of Asgard in the 88. That's going to be familiar because that's my teammate. I got to try and remain partial, but of course I'm cheering for him. We got Chiza, the tactician, the winner at all costs. Starting there, he'll be in the number 17 car. We're also going to have Bulldog and Smoke, the two SHG teammates. You heard it right. Mr. Bulldog, a PlayStation guy. He's heading over to the Xbox side to play ball with us. He'll be in the number 4. Smoke Fan in the number 14. Also, I have a couple other top 24 drivers in this race you got to give a shout out to as well. Evil OGR in the 48 and Dagger in the 11. Also want to give a shout out to G Sensi, Gerald Sensabaugh, one of my favorite players from back in the day on the Dallas Cowboys, former safety. He's in the field here. He's a super speedway specialist. This is his basically home turf, so you know he's going to have a strong vehicle tonight. Just awaiting the start of the race. Patiently waiting. Everybody has been waiting for this for a few weeks now. There's been a lot of excitement behind it. I know that Smoke has been really just itching to get this started. Since champion Bulldog, man, he's had an incredible past couple of weeks. Go from champion in the Outlaw Racing League, racing against Smoke, the defending eNASCAR Heat Pro League champion on the PlayStation side, racing him Week in, week out, he came out on top. He got the championship. Had a good running in most of the showcase racings. I believe he finished top 5 every single time, so a fantastic outing for him. Gets picked up with the number 14th pick, going over to Stuart Haas, and Smoke says, "You know what, son? Go get yourself an Xbox." So
Yes,
he's been
sir.
hitting us up over there. I'm excited to get to race with him, Matt. I know you are as well, but congratulations to you as well. Be remiss if we didn't talk about it. You yourself are going to be driving for Joe Gibbs Gaming, which is going to be pretty incredible. So we got Pro League everywhere we look here over in Outlaw. Of course, myself driving for JRM. Excited for that to share the reins there with Mr. Joe Gornick, Beast of Asgard.
And Tyler,
Still,
I actually talked with Bulldog previously tonight. Pretty much talked about strategy and stuff just for the race. Everybody's getting ready. They're just setting up the lobby now. I believe they're just waiting on one or two people to post a qualifying lap so they can get everybody organized. But we should be rolling green here in just a couple minutes.
that'll be wonderful. Can't wait to get racing here. We get a short little appetizer, if you will, for next week's event. But I am thrilled to be here. Everybody who's out in chat, hope you guys are enjoying it. Put your pre-race picks in. Put them in the chat. I'll be watching. We'll be talking about them as well. Share the stream out. We want to make sure this could be one of the most watched streams there for these guys. We want Outlaw to get off to a fantastic start for their second season here. Gonna be hitting up the live league streams chat over here. Super duper awesome, awesome. Matt, how's your day been? I know, I think you got something in the mail, maybe yesterday, maybe today. Tell us a little.
Pro League's all 28 drivers up. So pretty much all of yesterday and today has just been setting up all the equipment for our new rigs and getting dialed in for season 2.
Yeah, I just got mine in the mail. I actually went to my parents' house. Went and visited them yesterday, of course, trying to do social distancing and whatnot. But ended up grabbing that, getting home, and realizing I still don't have any Allen wrenches to put this darn thing together. So I'm patiently awaiting some Allen wrenches. So if you've got Allen wrenches, send them to Perrysburg, Ohio. I'll figure out where they're going. Either way, I see you getting the invites, so I'm amped up. Let's get it
Yes, I
rocking
am
and
amped up
rolling.
as well. I'm going to wait a couple seconds just so we don't have any miscommunication and I don't jump in the race. But I'm joining now, and hopefully, if all goes well, we should be loading in just as they're done with the pace lap.
Perfect. We'll go through the starting grid really, really quick so that way everybody's got it and knows where our starters are. On the pole, Galen in the number 13 car. Flash 9 will be starting on the outside of the front row. And the number 31 in the second row, you'll have Chase and that man Perky. Chase will be in the 41, Perky in the 19, Trams and Blue in the Blue Deuce. That's a perfect uh, blend there. You got to have that one. Evil ODR, we talked about him as well in the 48. Jason A. and Beast of Asgard in that next row. Chiza, G Sensi in the fifth row. There we see. We're getting ready to do our pace lap here. Get everybody in line. We'll continue with the starting order. The rest of your starters outside the top 10. Zadikstra will be in the number 9 vehicle tonight. He'll be starting in the 11th spot. Venom Racing will be in the number 24, starting in 12th. Bulldog, the young gun, starting in 13th in that number 4. Smoke Fan in the number 14 will be in starting in position 14. Perfect there as well. Dagger Racing starting in 15th in that number 11 FedEx Machine. And Nick rounding out the field in the number 10 car. Matt, who do you think's the favorite racing clash?
Fantastic question, Tyler. And I think I'm going to go Bull. Galen 72. Fantastic racer, fantastic personality. I actually did a couple races with him previously in an outlaw race at Talladega, and that man has everything. He's an extremely fast racer, loves to give you a lot of room, and he's fantastic at saving fuel. If you're looking for somebody that can stretch maybe 3 or 4 laps and be the only guy and not have to pit, and win a race, you're looking at him right there, Galen 72.
I'm going to take the easy route. I'm going to pick my teammate Beast of Asgard, but also have a dark horse pick. He's not really a dark horse, but G Sensi, but it doesn't matter because we are green flag in the air to number 13 on the pole. Quickly getting out to the lead here with the 31, having no help. He's going to have to drop back here, try to get in line, and that's the biggest thing about racing here at Daytona. It's going to be getting to the bottom line right after the restart and then trying to form the top lane. It's not easy at all because that fourth position generally drops to the bottom immediately on the start. But so far, clean and green as we head down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Galen leading with the 41 of Chase right behind him. Following suit coming off of turn number 4. We got some action side by side in the back, but the first 10 or so vehicles are side by side. We see, looks like the 19 of Perky. He's trying to peek out a little bit. No avail. A little lag there from the 41. That's going to cause a little bit of chain reaction accident here. We see the 24 get by the 48 now in the wall. The 24 hits the wall. The 32 hits him. We don't run cautions here. They run manual yellow, so that is certainly going to bring out a manual yellow there. Chase getting a little lag there. Of course, internet with the current situation going on in the world is at kind of a breaking point for a lot of us. We've seen Xbox servers have been quite funky for us as well, dropping out of chat most of the time over there. So not unexpected to see some lag there early on from Mr. Chase there or anybody. But a quick lag there puts a stop to the heart stop in action there on lap number 2.
Now, what do you think, Tyler? We ran 2 laps, I believe. Now they're going to run a manual caution. That's probably going to take a couple more laps off. Do you pit here, take 4 fresh tires, or do you try to stay out and try to maintain that track position?
That's an interesting point there, Matt, and I'm glad you brought it up because these guys are on ×3 wear, and we talk about that a lot, especially over on the Xbox side in eSpark where we run ×3 on everything. You pretty much want to pit every single time you can. There's no other way around it. 1-2 laps, that's about a fifth of a fuel tank here. These guys are going to get about 15 to 16 laps. Might as well take her down pit road. You know the back half of the field is going to have to pit after such an accident that we just saw, Matt. Half the field's got some sort of damage that they're going to have to repair. If you're running up front, come in, at least get fuel. You might see some guys try to take 4 tires depending on your setup. If you've got those tire pressures maxed out to 60, you're definitely going to just want to take the safe route here and take 4 tires. As it looks like just about everybody is going to pit. We have one loner that's going to stay out there. We'll try to cycle through and see who that loner is. I can't quite tell. The 42, a Dagger, getting some track position. I will say that's not unexpected. Dagger started nearly tail end. Charlie started 15th of the 16 car field. Expected him to maybe stay out and pull some track position, but he's feeling pretty lonely, Matt. He's the only one to choose to stay out there.
Mm-hmm. And I personally think that's a great strategy. You're starting in the back. You don't have any damage. There's no need to pit, in my opinion. I pull this strategy all the time. You're gaining yourself 15 positions. You're starting on the inside row, and there might be another caution in 2 laps to reset the whole cycle. If I'm Dagger, as I brush the wall, if I'm Dagger, I think I just won the lottery, as I made a really good choice to get out front and to really lead some laps and maybe take control over Galen, who's dominated the first portion of this race.
Absolutely, and do have a slight correction there. Dagger was written on the entry list in the 11. As you can see here, he's actually in the 42. Happens. He's running in that Credit One bank car, but the 19 comes out of pit road first. He's going to be starting in that second position. Looks like the 17 of Chiza running up into third position now, with fourth being Galen. They're double filing up. They're getting ready to go green this time by, it appears. Everybody getting double file there in the back. Everything getting ready. Pulling the belts tight one more time, basically doing a restart. Start over again after that. Really going to be interesting to see if the 19 tries to blend in there between the 42 and the 17. That's going to be the key here. Or if he can stick out and stay with the 13, if the 13 can stay up in that outside with him, they might be able to make a run down the back straightaway and try to get that 19 of Perky, the lead. But Flagman's waving the green flag. We are back underway here from the Clash. I do believe we had an early retiree. I think the 9 car may have retired from the race, Matt. If you could
I
run
believe
down
you
to
are
pit road.
correct.
Yeah, scoot down there and check on that. I do believe he did park it for the evening.
Yes, indeed.
Might have had a connection issue. So if you had the 9 in your picks on Vegas odds, I am sorry, it is not meant to be. But we're back racing down the back straightaway we go. Single file, first 5 cars or so. 42 of Dagger Racing, the 17 of Chiza. Out to an early lead here with the 13 right in tow, and I do believe he's got the 41 of Chase right behind him. If you're behind that 41, you might be panicking a little bit. You saw that lag a couple laps ago. Might be scared that it could happen again, but it doesn't matter. Going down here, we've got the 21 behind them. Trying to get a number on that car. He's not even on my entry list. Who is that?
I'll find him here really quickly. Scotty B. Wow, first choice, first pick, new entry. Yeah, I
Scotty
apologize.
B! All right, we got another entry out there.
Yeah,
We're learning it as
this
we
entry
go,
week's
folks.
about a week old. He texted me this morning. He's like, "Hey, I got a new entry list. I'll send it your way." So we got the graphic for the old one. It still looks fantastic. We're putting on a great broadcast. But welcome Scotty B in the number 21 to the race as he's sitting pretty in 5th position. But if you notice up there in 3rd position, you're looking at Galen. He's given just a little bit of space to the 17. I think he's just about ready to maybe make a move to the outside. It's just a matter if the 41 wants to help him. Maybe make a move around Dagger for the lead.
And I'll tell you, Galen and Chase are going to have fast vehicles. That's not a bad combo to have. If you want the move to be made, he's definitely backing off here as we're going through. Coming out of turn 2, going to make the run on the back straightaway. Either that or he's saving a hell of a lot of fuel. Either way, we hope and expect him to make a run here, but we're looking at pretty much a 16-car single file choo-choo train going down the back straightaway. I think I saw one car shoot down to the apron. Might have been just a little blub on the screen. I think everything's good. Yeah, looks like we're all good still. The 13 now separating himself from the 41 and the 21. Really interesting maneuver here. I really think that 13 is trying to save. Maybe he's done some fuel calculations. That calculator going nuts. But we see the 41 now trying to get to his outside. 2 wide. Looking at 3 wide with Bulldog there on the outside as well. The 21 on the outside with the 31. They're going to get freight train from the bottom lane. The 24 there of Venom right behind. And we got a battle for the lead. There it was. You called it. It happened. Happened with a couple of different players, but there he is, my teammate, running in P2. And Smoke Fan P leader. I'm trying to catch who that leader is.
Galen in the 13.
That's Galen. So a good 3-car, can't really call it a twin 14 to get the field accordions back together, though, as we saw that separation a lap ago. Now they're all back together, single way. Galen with a strong going. So that's Beast of Asgard as well as the 14 behind him. Nobody wanting to make the move. Everybody content to run single file. The 4-car of Bulldog, though, behind. I do expect, Matt, the next move to come from that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position, having those 2 SHG Pro League teammates running nose to tail.
Oh, I believe so as well. And if you've noticed, the 17 and the 42 have tried to hook back up on that high line, and they are moving to the front. They are trying something here. The 48's going to hook up with them, and they're going to make a move for the lead.
Absolutely motoring, and you can do that. We've seen that, and you've experienced that, where if you get 4 to 5 really good cars on the outside lane, you can beat an inside lane that outnumbers you because that inside lane is going to have to check up a lot more often. But we're seeing that bottom lane is able to really pull in the corners. That's telling me that that 13 car has a really good setup. But now as I say that, Beast of Asgard peeks to the outside. The 4 is not going to have any of that. Bumps him up a little bit and gets him out of line and now goes for the lead here. That's going to be Bulldog heading to the lead with Smoke Fan. Push it. Him to the front.
I believe there's a caution?
That could be stage end.
Oh, you might be right. That was
They
probably
are running
stage
stage.
end. Ah,
That was
I hit
quick.
the stage counts. That was very quick. But I believe
I think Galen's still got it.
You
I
think
think
Galen
Galen
got
still
it? All
got.
right, all
I,
right.
I think
That
Galen
was a
still got the
really good
stage win.
stage. They packed up
That's how we're
hard. I
gonna
was
call him.
wondering. I'm like, wow, they're packing up pretty good there for the stage racing. They're giving us a good show.
They absolutely are. They are leaving it all out there. They're running single file for a little bit, forming up into their teams and tandems, as you could tell, and then they're heading out there and they're just laying the fire to the wood. But yeah, Galen gonna be on pole here to start stage number 2. Bulldog in second, the 31 car in third, the 32 of Jason A in fourth as we head down the start finish line through the front straightaway. Green flag back in the air. Everybody holding service in their respective lines. Nobody dipping down to the bottom. That tells me that this outside line might be able to get the run on the back straightaway and try and get the lead. But the 31 does a little elbow shuffle there with the fan says my teammate, and 2 cars going to go right below them. Single file back up at the front. 13 of Galen still running up there with the 31 of Flash 9 running in second. He started P4. He's just been biding his time. Kind of fell back there at the end of stage 1. Back half of the top 10, but he's back up to the front as we see the 88 of Beast Asgard in third. He's having a fantastic run right now after starting in the middle of the pack. And then we got the 42 car of Dagger in P4. Single file, 16 car freight train, 1 car dipping out of the line. I believe that's the 32. He's going to drop and get back in line. Single file as we head down the back straightaway. These guys probably peaking around 215, 216 miles per hour. We see 2-3 cars try to pop to that outside, especially when you're that far back in the pack. You'd rather risk it not running into anybody. Better now to just run up there and kind of let yourself take the run and then naturally fall back to the end of the line than risk getting cars checking up naturally in front of you. When you're in the back of the pack, you can easily hit 222, 223 miles per hour when the front guys are hitting 216. It's going to end up in calamity here as we get to the final laps, I'm sure, where guys aren't going to be willing to take that run if they don't have any help. Following along at the back of the line, the 24 Venom Racing, 43 G Sensi. Sensi just biding his time, licking his chops. He's going to try to get to the front here and get past the 41. Another car pops out of line. I do believe that's the 42, a Dagger. He's going to be dropping to the back, meeting up with the 41 here as we got a big checkup. Venom having to check up and jump to the outside to try to avoid hitting the 43 G Sensi. Crossing the start-finish line now for the third lap of Stage 2. 24 lets in the 41. I expect him to let in, that's actually the 17 of Chiza. Expect him to let him in as well. Just kind of riding a little bit of distance from that lead pack, but still stay in their tire tracks and in their draft wake. Bounce back up to the front of the field here where Galen is still the leader handily. But we got an outside lane that's still trying to form. 21 has been trying to get out there. The new guy on the entry list trying to get out there. But we got a familiar face in P3 now. Look out. It's Bulldog in that pink machine. He's got the 42 of Dagger right behind him. The 2 car is also right there in the top 5. That's Trans Am Blue. He's having a fantastic run in that Miller Lite Ford 32. Jason A. buying his chops, though. P6. He's getting ready to make a move. It looks like getting a little bit of separation. Then he's going to have G Sensi right behind him. Bulldog pulls out to the outside. No help. The 2 car looks like he wanted to go and thought better of it. 48 of Evo OGR is going to hop out there and try to help out Bulldog, but 2 cars versus 5 is no bueno for those 2 as they'll bounce it back down to the inside, try to blend in line. 48 below the yellow there, going to have to pop up, give away a couple of spots there to make that happen. 13, 88, 42, your top 3. These guys are fantastic racers all around, but look at the concentration you have to have on a super speedway to be able to do this without getting out of line, hitting the apron, or bouncing. As I say that, the 42 peak and low there. 43, I think, was low there as well, trying to make up some moves. As we got side-by-side action for second place. Galen trying to pull that outside lane. Oh, and the 4 car gets hit into the 88. That's going to be a crash waiting to happen. The 21 has to back into him. The 14 involved as well. 48's flipping over in turn number 4. Evil OGR on his lid for a little bit there. Caution, definitely out on the speedway there. Well, we saw him trying to make the move, Matt, and they got a little bunched up heading into turn number 3. It looked like one car was trying to lay a block a little bit late. Just pure pandemonium started as a result behind him.
Yeah, I think that's just a product of 3-4 wide racing. As you saw, oh goodness, brain fart there for a second. As you saw Beast of Asgard make a move there to try to make it to the middle for 3 wide. Just little contact from the bottom lane, little contact from the top, and just everybody just bunched up on themselves. Just typical super speedway racing, just in that whole aspect. I think they're actually under 5 to go. I believe there's a rule if they're under 5 to go that they're going to go green. So I believe either this time we're either 2 or 3 to go right now. So there's still a good battle for the lead as Bulldog has managed to pull away on the outside with Chiza and Jason A. As Jason A gets put in the wall as soon as I say that. But Bulldog's actually back out to the lead now.
Bulldog back out to the lead after we saw that little bit of skirmish a couple laps ago. Got some guys that are deciding to pit here. Not a bad time to do it. You're going to probably pit at the stage break. You might as well repair your damage now. Maybe don't take tires, don't take gas, but that way you try to stay on the lead lap. But the 4-car Bulldog is your leader with the 17 of Chiza and the 43 of G Sensi. Galen, though, in that 13 right there in P4. He's going to be trying to get to the front to end this stage and get a stage victory in stage number 2 as well. He lets those front 3 get out to a healthy lead. But we see the 41 backing off of the 13. Now they try to conjoin back together down the back straightaway. Leads me to believe this might be the white flag lap, Matt. So you see one car get way low there, get out. But the top 3 still holding service. Not able to make a run down from back there as they're side by side in that second pack. They're probably content to just let these front 3 kind of just ride as is to the stage end without wadding up any more cars. 4-car Bulldog going to cross the start-finish line here. Still going. Maybe this is the white flag. We don't know. We're just calling it because it's still good racing.
Flag lap. I believe they're all trying to make one last run at Bulldog and Chiza.
All right, this is going to be it. This is going to have to be it. Chiza hits the apron a little bit. That's going to allow that 13 car to get a major run. He goes to the outside. Bulldog goes out to block. Puts him in the wall. That's actually G Sensi gets out there. Now they're blocking down the back straightaway. Insane. Here comes the 19 with a mega run to the outside.
Oh, Bulldog
opens the door.
Moved into the middle lane, and it's 3
He opens
wide.
the door. 19 out. Chiza jumps out to the lead here. He's going to hit the block. Galen low. Here comes Sensi to the outside. It's going to be Chiza. Chiza. Wow. What a fantastic turn of events for the back straightaway down to the front straightaway, Matt. They changed leads 3 times there in a set of corners. Oh, man, I about lost my voice just calling that one turn. That was incredible.
That was definitely incredible. You could see the intensity mounting for the last 5 or 6 laps as they were all single file and just waiting for that last lap to try to make that last push. You saw so many runs of people just sending it into the corner and 3 wide battles by 3 wide battles, and it was just a fantastic display of racing by all drivers to keep it clean and stay off each other. And congratulations to Chiza for winning that stage. That was a fantastic pass.
That was absolutely epic. And you got to give a shout out to Bulldog there as well, putting the clean block on Sensi there as he was mounting to the outside. But Chiza stayed strong to the inside and was able to hold service there. But the 19 got a hell of a run on the outside there. I thought he was going to clear them all, but they ended up just getting dooring him a little bit. And stopping that run. But what a fantastic way to end stage 2. Gosh, I hope we just have even half that excitement to end the final stage, stage 3. I would assume this stage is probably about 20 or so laps, Matt. I have no idea. I'm just going to call it as I see it. But green flag is back in the air. Stage 2 winner, Chiza. Next door to him, the 13 was stage 1 winner. They're out front. All the 13 tries to pack it into the inside. The 43 Sensi is having none of it. They're going to make some contact. Check up the back of the field. The 13 gets away with that block. That was a little bit aggressive, but as you can tell, he wants to be up front. He does not want to get back there in the hornet's nest and have to deal with any more checking up than he has to. 13 of Galen running in P2 behind Chiza. Now Bulldog coming up back to that P3 spot. I feel like I see Bulldog in P3 every time I look up. But now he's on the outside. He's got Sensi working with him. Sensi ready to come back and get past Galen, who put that block on him a couple laps ago. Dagger moves into that P3 spot on the inside line. Now Beast Asgard, the 2 car, as well as the 24 Venom Racing, hop to the outside. Now we got 5 very, very strong hot rods trying to battle against basically 11 on the inside lane. 42 of Dagger now hops up there. He's going to switch lanes. Jason A going to hop through the middle now and try to put on a show. Nobody going with him, but there's still 3 wide in the middle there. Dagger inching out. Oh, the 13 bashes into the 32 a little bit. Just a little bit of good, sweet chin music. They're going to even it out and go and keep going green here. 42 a Dagger out with a small lead, but the 17 of Cheese are going to have the lead at the stripe. No, Dagger still will maintain the lead as they head down into turn number 1. Wow, this is actually fantastic racing here. About even Steven as far as the lines go. 5 on the outside, 7 on the inside. Galen all over the 17's bumper. He's waiting for him to hit the apron or maybe bounce it to the outside. We know he's willing to do that. Dagger trying to keep that engine up to full song on the outside lane, though, with the 32 and the 4 of Bulldog. 43 of G Sensi up there as well. Might as well say all the Super Speedway ringers are on that outside lane trying to make it work, but the inside lane is able to clear about 4 car lengths worth as they head down through the front straightaway. Chiza leading. 13 and 41 holding service. That's Chase. He's back up to P3 now after earlier. Now the 19 hops out to the outside. That's Perky. He's trying to make a move with the 31. Those 2 cars, though, didn't have quite enough of a run. That's going to allow everybody else on the inside lane, where everybody abandoned to basically drop kick those guys to the back. Nobody making any gaps right now. Everybody content to run single file through that top 6. The 19 still, though, on the outside. He's going to be dropping to the back. That's Perky. 17 of Cheese is still handily out in front right now with the 13 of Galen. I think those 2 are definitely content to ride together and work together. But now, as I say that, the 42 and the 14 of Smoke Fan coming back to the front. They're working together, but again, just 2 cars is not going to do it against about 9 to 10 other vehicles. See Bulldog there, you wonder if he might hop out to the outside, but not for long. Galen now starting to back off of Chiza and try to get the run. It's not going to be there. The bottom lane will stack up. Smoke and Dagger get back to the bottom. 16 cars, all single file down the back straight away. Heading into turn number 3, 17 of Chiza still leading the 13, now backing off on corners entry, trying to get that run, trying to get that pull to go to the outside here. Maybe he's got the 41 of Chase right behind him. No, he's not going to take the run. He's going to hold service right behind him, peeks to the outside. Not going to be there. Looks like he might be trying to fake him out, try to get him off that bottom and peek that nose back in. But the best separation I see right now from this front field is going to be, again, between that 14 of Smoke Fan and the 42 of Dagger. They're going to try to make this run on the back straightaway, I bet. The 13 peeking to the outside. Here goes the 14 and the 42. No help. They abandon ship immediately, going down the back straightaway again. Single file all the way around. 88 now making a move. He's got some help with the 24 and the 2. Still, though, 3 cars versus 11 is not going to do much for you here. The 88 going to get drop kicked to the back. Front of the field, though, top 7 to 8, just running nose to tail, not trying to get any run separation. Comes from the 4 of Bulldog. Expect him to maybe make the run on the back straightaway. Galen, Dyson, looking, analyzing, trying to see where he can get by that 17 car. Going to be coming up on pit stops, I'm sure, in the next 8 or so laps. That'll be interesting to see if we get all the way to that point. How are these guys going to pit together, and how much fuel disparity is there going to be between the rest of the pack and the leader? When you're leading this kind of event, you are burning so much more fuel compared to everybody else. But we see Bulldog, Smoke Fan pop to the outside, 48 in the wall. He's going to drop back and maybe lose the pack. This has been the best attempt at the outside lane we've seen so far this stage. A couple guys peeking out, not willing to take the risk. Bulldog going to try to get up there. Try to get a push from Jason A. Those are 2 new Pro League rookies trying to work together, but still, everybody says, no thanks, see you later. They're going to move past him. Now we follow with 88 running about P7 right now, right behind G Sensi. Sure, they're going to work together to try to get back up to the front. Dagger racing right behind him. That top lane blends back into the bottom. We're back down to single file racing here down the back straightaway. Heading down into turn number 3 by the Sunoco sign. Still only 1 retiree. The 9 car retired early in this event after that first yellow. Back up front, the 41 of It's Your Bro Chase, the 10K race winner. He's running P3 with the 21 in fourth. Now we see Jason A and G Sensi getting that wide gap, and they're really going to try to make a run here on the back straightaway, man. I expect that second pack to make the run as Chase sees that. He starts to back off now. That's going to stall out that 32's run back there. The 41 getting stalled out by the 13. They're all trying to guess each other's moves. The 41 hops to the outside. Jason A abandons him. The 21 now goes to the outside, abandons him as well. Back down through turn number 3 into 3 here. The 13 of Galen holding service in second, having to block off these runs as best as he can. Gives a little bit of a gap, though, to Cheesa in the 32 of Jason A. Now right behind him with Sensi and Beast Asgard running back in the top 5 now. 42 of Dagger starting to wiggle a little bit. Hitting that apron, trying to defend the bottom as they're compressing that second pack together. 41 Chase on the outside with the 21 and the 19. The 2 car, the 14 hopped up there, went back down, thought better of it, but they're getting the run, and they might be able to get to the outside of Cheese as that bottom lane couldn't get formed quite right on the back straightaway. Now, here we go. The 41 ekes out to the lead here with the 21. Getting to the front now. In the 19, the 2, we see 4 cars battling 7 on the bottom, and they're able to clear by 2. Will Chase take the lead? Yes, he will. He will clear him and hop to the bottom, leaving the 21, the 19, and the 2 out. 42, Dagger hops to the outside. He sees an opportunity. Now the 21 gets door-to-door with the 41 and Chase for the lead. They're heading down into turn number 1. Side-by-side action here as we're approaching pit stops, I would bet, in the next 5 or so laps. Going to be interesting to see how that shakes out with this double file action throughout the field. Smoke Fan running in the back there, teeters the wall just a little bit. That outside lane losing some momentum. The inside lane able to clear by about 3 cars worth now. 2 cars worth as Cheesa ekes out to be single file there with second place. 21 now side by side with Galen, who's running P3 now, has dropped back 1 spot as a result of that epic move on the outside by Chase. And the 21, the 13 now leaving a little bit of a gap. Might try to sneak to the outside in front of the 21. The 43 of Sensi peaks way low, gets to the bottom of the apron there, tries to get back up. Isn't going to make it, has to fall out of the pack.
Oh, you
We
just
see a
hate
little
to
bit of
see it for Jasensky. He had a great race car. He's racing pretty much all the way in the top pack. And another thing that I've noticed is the 2 spins out. Bulldog actually dropped off of the lead pack, and you see him back there in that second pack at 2 or 3 cars. He's got to be hoping on a caution to try to get back in. But the leader of most of this race, Bulldog, actually must have gotten a little help and is now trapped behind the pack.
Must have had either some damage there or might even be trying to play the strategy game, but we see a second pack that'll definitely form there between the 48 the 43 as well. As we go back to your leader's Chase, it's your bro Chase. He's leading here, heading down through 1 and 2, playing both sides of the street. He pulls the outside lane of Jason A. He pulls the inside of Cheesa. He looks in his rearview mirror. As a 15-year-old kid, that's got to be the scariest thing when you see 2 new Pro League drivers running right behind you, side by side. He blocks that outside lane to perfection. Back down to the bottom. It's a 19.
And the 42 gets spun.
Dagger in the 19. The 42 and the 19 making epic contact back there. A third car involved. Looks like we're still racing. Now it looks like they're slowing down. It's your bro Chase going to be the leader there. Oh, Jason A trying to peek 3 wide.
I think Cheesa beat him to the line if that's a caution.
Yeah, I do believe they race back to the line here.
Yep, I do believe they are slowing down. Yes, it looks like it. They are slowing down. That was a caution. Wow. What a race.
I'm glad they did because I was starting to get tired, but wow, that was a lot of action to call. I feel like I should have a career in radio announcing at some point.
Yeah, you do a fantastic job. I just sat back, relaxed, and listened to you commentate for a while. It was pretty fun.
Well, let's be real. You put the graphics on this bad boy, so you make it visually appealing. I hope I make it orally appealing to everyone out here. But how about it, chat? Give it up for these Outlaw Racing Nation brothers. They're getting it done right now as we see the 32 popping out to the lead here. I think they have determined maybe that Jason was the leader. I'm not quite sure. We got G Sensi running in the grass.
I think he might have gotten spun out. I think he may have received a little displeasure from another driver. I don't know if there's anybody near him, but that's about the only thing that I could think of him being in the turn one grass. But he should be
Could
happy.
also
This
have a
gives him
wheel come
another.
disconnected.
Oh, what happened?
I said you could also have a wheel come disconnected. I
Oh,
know
that is
that to
true.
happen to some
Yes.
folks.
Yeah.
But either way, he'll be able to regain up with the pack. I fully expect everyone to pit here. Not certain how many laps to go we're gonna have as we see the 42 Dagger on pit road. Was that the race?
It may have been
Ma-
actually. It
Matt, was that the end of the
was.
race?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I missed the epic
That is
finish.
one of the things that I want in Heat 5 is a lap count, because, man, that look just makes us look dumb. But what a finish! That's why the intensity was wrapping up. And I believe Chiza won that race on that last lap pass.
I think it,
That
I
was
think it might have been Chase.
fantastic.
I'd have to go back and look at the tape. I
I would
think it
have to
might have
go
been
back and look.
Chase.
I think Chiza edged out Chase just by that little bit.
That
I
was
got a, I
absolutely
got a
incredible, and
text. I got a text Smoke.
we were totally perplexed. we we missed that all because I thought that final stage was going to be a little bit longer than it was. But that
It
explains why
was.
the 43 was in the grass because, well, AI took over.
That would definitely explain it. Yeah. I mean, when you're racing with Outlaw, I mean, 20 laps just goes by just like that. You're three wide
Chiza did
for.
win.
He did
MC
win. What was the
confirming in
margin of
chat from
victory on
Jason
that
A.
one?
I don't know what the margin of victory was, Jason. If you have it, I would be very interested to see. I bet it was down to that third decimal point. That
Oh,
was absolutely incredible, guys.
yeah.
Uh, that was absolutely insane. I tell you what, and we're gonna have about double the action next week with the amount of laps. Wow, that was pretty crazy. We saw a lot of fantastic side by side racing. A lot of guys getting runs and actually taking them. That was the coolest thing. Seeing all that come together. You sometimes don't get that in these restrictor plate league races, but especially when there are no points on the line, it's all just pride. These guys went out there and they put on a hell of a show. Congrats to the top three. Cheated out there at the very end. It's your bro Chase getting second, and Jason A, the new pro league driver for Go Fast Gaming, comes up with a solid P3. A lot of strong racing. I tell you, there's a lot of guys you could pick from to win in their Daytona 500 here. It could be just about any of these guys, but I tell you who I think might have the best car and just kind of held the cards to his chest. I think that 14 of a Smoke Fan. I think he might have something to say about this race when they come here for the Great American Race there. But
Yes.
I'll
And
tell
I'm
you what,
actually
man, that was
trying to
pretty
get
fantastic.
your race winner, Chiza, in here right now. I am trying my best to see how I can pull him in here. So you're just going to have to wait a little bit. But hopefully I can pull Cheese in here or he can send me an invite. Do you know how to do that, Tyler? I'm still
I have
very new to
absolutely
this
no
system.
idea.
Yeah. It's the one bad thing about pulling an Xbox driver. So we have no clue how to operate this system.
I
Let's
don't know
see
how to
here.
operate PlayStation. I think you got to invite them to. Uh,
You're the one that works at GameStop. You should know all this stuff. Come on.
yeah, working at GameStop doesn't mean that I know how to operate a PS4 effectively on online. I know how to reset it. That's about it.
All right. Let's
Apparently, I've done
see if
something to
I
mine.
can pull him in here. Jeez. Hey, how's it going? Oh, he
Matt.
can't hear me. I gotta put on my second headset. I got two headsets going. One for
Yeah.
PC
Go
and one
interview our
for.
winner, Matt.
I will.
Hey, thank y'all, Matt, for broadcasting. He's not talking. I guess the stream's off.
While Matt pulls in our race winner, I want to say a special thank you, of course, to Smoke Fan Brandon Gritton of Outlaw Racing League for inviting myself and Matt to do this. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of pleasure. I'm excited for a very, very, very action-packed, high-octane season. That was absolutely fantastic racing, guys. Some of the cleanest super speedway racing I've seen. It's really you think it's a lot easier than it can be, but it's a lot harder than it looks. To go out there and try to put on a race and not just run single file. Even when you're running single file, it's hard. Just because of the amount of draft pull you're getting. But we'll catch up with Matt here. Hopefully he's with our winner. Hopefully he's got all the audio included. He's got the mic there rolling because I can't hear it, but hopefully I'm not talking over them.